That hurt. That hurt to this day, and that's why her name must continue to be brought up, spoken to existence. Latasha Harlins, and yeah, so that got us to a whole nother energy. Tupac started dealing with that on the radio. That's when Tupac came out with Tupacalypse Now and all of that. It just was so much things that were happening creatively to address this. So the Rodney King situation, that was kind of like the icing on the cake. And what happened before the 92 revolt, one day, on April 28th, the revolt was on April 29th, a peace treaty was signed where the gangs came together and enforced an agreement of peace. A lot of people was apprehensive, like, peace? You mean to tell me we could now go into Nickerson's and they could come over here? What, peace? After our homeboys got killed and their homeboys got killed? You mean peace? This is tangible? You mean to tell me I live to actually experience this? Man, let me tell you. When it happened, we just got the word. It's on, because we've been hearing about it for years. Like, about 3 years, like, peace, talk, peace. But when it happened, it was on, man. I mean, it was the most beautiful time, or one of the most beautiful times, aside from my children being born, that I've ever experienced in my life, man. We were really loving on one another. And it taught me the power of love and forgiveness. How you can really forgive and move on. And that's what we did. So all the projects, we had parties. Party in the Nickersons, party in the Jordan Downs, party in the Imperial Courts. I mean, everybody came from all over the city to come to Watts to see us celebrate peace. So then it spread. So to other gangs outside of Watts, but it started in Watts. And yeah, 92. So the next day, imagine that. April 28th, we peacing, yes. The revolt popped off. I never will forget this. I'm driving down Santa Fe. I got a 1984 Cadillac Coupe de Ville, navy blue leather insides. I used to always keep my cherry tree. So me and my brother Don Shea was going down Santa Fe, and the revolt had popped off, and we saw two young people they had to be about in junior high school, trying to beat the lock off of a mall complex off of. I saw it. We said, hey, we pulled over. We like, man, y'all too little, man. Let me pop the truck. I popped the truck, right? I got a big, large crowbar. Boom! Boom! Dashe said, I got it. So we took turns. Boom! And it popped. So now we hopped over. Man, we're in the mall. And we start filling up trash cans. Oh my God. My coupe driving back to Watts was loaded with merchandise. It was low riding. I didn't have no switches on it. So we make it back to Watts, dump the stuff out, and go back to get more. And how come when we go back, this had to be about 20 minutes, every door of the mall was open. It was like 3,000 people in the mall. They pull it in. Me and my brother Dashe walking around. We started this. Give us this. It's our stuff. And we were so young and crazy, but it was such a beautiful energy. Going back to Watts, we were seeing people with safes. Nick check cashing was the place. Like, they had safes on not safes, vaults on the back of cars. It was like something that you would never expect. And I loved it, man. And it gives me chills thinking about it. And I ended up going to jail. I told you don't get away in the end. You don't get away. I ended up going to jail, man. And right in the heart of the peace treaty, right in the heart of the revolt. I think it was day number 4. They had put a curfew in Watts. Like, it was like a 10 o'clock curfew. One of my homeboys begged me to take him to Linwood. And anybody from Watts, man, we know the sheriffs in Linwood, they do not play. And it was a curfew too, but he like, man, take me. I'm like, all right, man. All right, I'm going to take you, man. I jumped in the coupe. We 3 deep, taking him to Linwood. 20 seconds after I got off my block, 112th Street, I said, oh, nah. Lights on. And my boy, his name is Big J, he in the back seat. He said, oh, man, I got a gun. You got a what? Like, so he somehow stuffed the gun in the car. And the police, y'all got any guns and dope? Nope. Who car is this? This is my car. And then the police was like, y'all going to jail because it's a curfew. So they took us to Linwood Station, and I'm looking through my charges, and I'm the one that got charged with the gun because it was my car. So boom, I go straight to the county jail. Whoa! And mind you, it's still the energy of the revolt, and I'm in jail, right? I'm calling to the house, and my mother and sisters telling me that they selling all of the merchandise and they about to bail me out of jail. It was crazy, man. It was crazy. I'm like, how much y'all sell? So, like, I need $3,000. And they like, we almost there. We at $1,800. So I'm saying that to say that was the energy, man. They ended up dropping a gun charge after they moved me around. Like, I went to Supermax. Why take me to Supermax and by Magic Mountain? So I'm in the cell with lifers, man. And I'm this young 18-year-old kid, like, wow. And then I started to see the power of relationships. So a lot of my family and a lot of my people, they've done time. And then I started to see some of these people that they've done time with. And they knew that I was their nephew and all. And I went up to them like, man, you big Cisco, man. From Brady. Like, yeah. And just different personalities I was enamored with. And then that's when I really started to write, man. I started to document the energy of what I was witnessing and what was happening to not only me but to my community. But 1992 was that catalyst that got it all started for me.
We would not stand down. We would now stand up together. Blue and red rags interwoven for peace, unifying gangs to stop the bloodshed on the streets. The 92 Peace Treaty, yeah. I was there, and I solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me, universe. I was there that beautiful spring Tuesday morning when the Eastside Watts housing projects transformed into Congo Square. Yeah, vibrant hues of indigo blues and crimson red saturated the atmosphere and resurrected the dead. The Peace Treaty, signed and executed one day before the 92 civil unrest. Oh yes, Latasha Harlins, the catalyst that ushered this feud into a protest of harmony. No more harming the community through gang violence. In 1992, we put down our guns, raised our flags, and bowed our heads for a moment of silence.